Thomas only hands shot to number 20, James Butler. Tackled by number 32, A.J. Allen. It's a gain of 5. Second and 5. Shaking up on the play for the line. This pass is incomplete. Barry Alford with the very straight tackle at his own 34-yard line. Their heads out to Thomas Bertrand. Robert Carter Jr. with your tackle for the Lions. The game is 4. Second and 6. The handoff to Elijah's tackle. Saskatchewan 65. Tiger County, second down. First pass is hit for Elijah. This one is pass intended. This one is pass. First First pass complete to Dante Meyer. First pass complete to Keyshawn Johnson.
on the Riders. Butler takes it up the middle. Let's take a look at the Saskatchewan defense.
Well, Mike Rose got his first quarterback sack as a Saskatchewan Roughrider last week in Toronto. And you go back, I talked about the leadership that Jameer Thurman provides at that middle linebacker spot and is leading the league in defensive tackles and defensive plays after 3 weeks. Tavon Campbell, first interception returning to Saskatchewan, turning home and getting that first pick of the season.
He's looked like a good addition.
Absolutely.
4.5 to play here in the first quarter. Lions looking to break through offensively here. Mazzoli near side. Jermaine Jackson
kind of back and influencing that offense when they're out there.
Elmeyer to punt it away from his own 50, a low kick. Wow. And that one is well done. They are going to mark that out at the 10-yard line. Already on the season as well. Stands into the right of Jake Mayer. They give it to him. Another big hole. And he continues to turn those legs. First down, Riders allow the third most yards per game on the ground this year. That's 7th in the league, 124 already. Bertrand Hudon in there now. They're going to bring some pressure. Mayer, deep shot down the field, wide open on the near side. Unistelli, and he hauls it in just outside the BC 45. Big play from the offense, biggest of the career. 34 yards for Joe Unistelli.
And he had to make a tough catch, even though he was wide open. Back shoulder catch, but he had to keep his feet in bounds, and he stabbed that left foot just before the strike. That was a nice catch on the back shoulder.
How is he that wide open? Back to Ouellette. Fine, so that's Bertrand Hudon, and he's got a pretty good pickup in the starting lineup. Tommy Stevens into the game for short yardage pickup. Runs into a little bit of trouble. Wow. And he loses yards on the play. For Lothar, he's just 1 for 3 beyond 40 this year. That one is up, and he's got it. That's his deepest of the season. Mazzoli is 0 for 4 so far in this game. Flags as the ball.
Dietrich, BC number 57. 5-yard penalty. Remains first down.
Mazzoli, first and 15. Gets it into the hands of Jermaine Jackson. Load up that defensive line. Micah Johnson might have moved early. Completion to McInnes. He's got a first down. Play came out right away, and then another one on the far side of the field shortly after. 10 yards to McInnes.
Offside, Saskatchewan number 4. That penalty is declined. The gain is greater, and that's the quarter.
Look at the stats and look at that bottom line. Time of possession. So right now the BC Lions are looking at a long night for their defense.
Well, it should make things easier for Jake Mayer too, right? With that running game established here early. Mazzoli trying to get something going for BC. They'll go on the ground. Good jump cut by Butler. Ball pops out. Riders are on it. Was Butler already down? We'll have to get another look at this. They're going to say Saskatchewan ball. Lake Courtney Moore came out of the pile with it. Close, but here we go.
Got possession there. Ruling on the field is fumble. Saskatchewan ball. They'd have to see evidence to overturn
Previous play
it.
is under review by the replay center.
Turnovers are always reviewed automatically. No challenge necessary from either coach. You see that it went out. You just can't see his legs.
I was going to say, game ball's right at midfield. Here's another look at it. A bit of a different angle. Let's see when those knees. Knee is down there.
Now.
After automatic review by the replay center, the ruling on the field stands. First down, Saskatchewan.
Yeah, and that was 8th in the league. Not where you want to be. Back on the ground. AJ Ouellette. He'll take it up to midfield. Just Jake Mayer looking to throw here. Deep shot, far sideline. Up for grabs, incomplete. Dante Myers working against Gary Peters on that. Joe Couch stands on his 40. Phillip Brooks will wait to return this on his own 10 out of Kansas State. That will bounce out of bounds. Just inside the BC 15,000-yard season in his career as well. Try on the ground again. Butler pushing ahead, takes it out to the 20. 3 from Mazzoli here. Back up the middle on the ground, and that is a first down for James Butler. First and 10 from the 28. Mazzoli throwing here, and he's got a man out at the 45. That was Katoy, who got turned around but was able to haul it in for a pickup of 17.
It's online. Walk by the camera and they talk about their nicknames.
Well, this guy, Butler, here goes Butler up to the 50, down to the 40, all the way to the 30, would not be taken down. Eventually, Campbell finished him off, but a big pickup for James Butler.
A scrimmage and bounces it.
You heard them yelling there. Go, JP. There's Hatcher. It's his first catch of the ball game, and another first down, and the BC Lions all of a sudden are marching. Empty backfield. It's only throwing again. Hatcher, end zone, touchdown. BC Lions, just like that out of nowhere, drive the field and find the end zone.
Well, Hatch is going to finish it. Keon Hatcher, leader after 3 weeks in receiving yards. But this is a drive for the BC Lions that they desperately needed. And that started with James Butler, and James Butler made the big play in the drive as well.
Sean White, out, up, and through. Finish the job. Alford, he's been known to respond, hasn't he? Takes it just inside the 10. And we'll get it back out to the 30. Another first half so far for A.J. Ouellette. He'll fake the handoff to him. Now he slings it far side. First down. Unless it was bobbled. Oh, Dante Myers will want that one back. Mayer has that batted down. Matthew Betts, I believe. Couch stands on the 15. That will bounce at the 43. And then the Lions bounce and it ends up bouncing out. We'll mark it down at the 48. Numbers, they like to get him involved in the passing game a little bit as well. None of that yet. They'll go back to him here. Thurman, there to throw him down. His defense, 2nd and 6. Early movement. Mazzoli on the run. Tracked down. Ball pops out. It'll be blown dead, though.
Right now, the replay
Offside.
center is helping.
Saskatchewan number 95. Intentional grounding, BC number 11. Both penalties will offset. It's still 2nd down.
So it wasn't a fumble, but
Jermaine Jackson down in the slot to his right. Riders send 4. Mazzoli pressured out of the pocket on the run. First down and a slide for the Lions quarterback. 52. Mazzoli gets it away over the middle. Deflected, almost intercepted. Tipped by one rider, I believe, and then it was sitting there waiting. And Lacombo couldn't get underneath it for all.
ball's bouncing around, tipped.
Roland Milligan, the tip twice. Clean shot. Yeah. Tipped twice before it got to Lacombo territory.
He had 8 of those last year.
2nd and long, empty backfield for Mazzoli. And his left tackle jumped the gun. Jarrell Broxton.
BC number 69.
That's one for the crowd.
5-yard penalty. It's still 2nd down.
Lions. Mazzoli dumps it off. There's Butler out of the backfield. Has some blocks, but not enough. Takes it down inside the 50, 55, 56-yarder. Carl Morrow will play the field position game. Drops it in there, low kick. Morrow Alford takes it at the 10. Alford looking to find some room on the far side of the field. Multiple flags here anyway as he takes it out just shy of the 40, but this will be coming back.
But he noted, hey, it's been refreshing joining this Riders organization.
Yeah, you know, we spoke to him earlier in the week, and he spoke very highly. They're on a bye next week, so No reason to rush. Jake Mayer, a veteran quarterback in this league, bouncing around the pocket, trying to take off, will not get there. Matthew Betts brings him down.
Is that a sack?
Excellent field position looming here for the Lions as this punt is taken just inside the 50. Brooks on the return, but a flag out at the 45. That was just one catch for McInnes so far in this ballgame. Back to Butler on his punt. Oh boy. Marcus Sales with a wake-up call to James Butler.
Excellent timing. And Butler hangs on and walks right back to the huddle. Yeah.
2nd and 5. Mazzoli gets it away. Butler again defended well. And broken up on the play by Shane Ray.
Accuracy department from Mazzoli there.
3rd 2 and out of the game for the Lions. Yes! Meyer hangs one up there. Alford takes it. 63-yard kick.
Again.
Legal interference on the kick. BC number 6. It's a 10-yard penalty. It'll be applied. Still 3rd down.
All right, so let's do it again. Alford lurks, this time back just inside his 30.
Yes.
That kick will back him up. It's a good one again. 61-yard kick. Alford trying to find some space. Got a little bit, stays on his feet. Trying to get to the outside. Tackle made by Haladic, but not before a good return. These have this ball at the Rider 48. Jake Merritt stepping up in the pocket. Down the field. Oh, it's gonna hurt. Baby. Beaulieu came over. Myers took the brunt of that one.
The flag foul roughing the passer. BC number 90. 15-yard penalty. 1st down.
All right, so Matthew Betts for roughing the passer.
We'll take a look at the penalty. There's Betts. Bottom of your screen. Ball gone. Oh.
Oof.
Okay.
Oh man. What a hit. BC 47. AJ Alette, haven't heard his name in a while. Right back to it. It's a 1st down. Was working so well earlier in the game. It kind of got away from it. AJ Alette again. Found a bit of a hole. Takes it down just shy of the BC 30. 2nd and 6. Mayer stepping up in the pocket, bouncing around. Matthew Betts trying to get him. Will he get there? Help from Hendricks, and they do. Betts is slow to get up. Is that friendly fire there?
Hit. Swim move. Textbook swim move. Comes back after Mayer keeps bouncing around, and I think he might have got it
right there. See Hendricks?
Yeah, he did.
For Brett Lawther. This would give the Riders the lead. That is up. And that one turned in just in time, didn't it? Breaking down this one. Pretty physical affair. Some pretty big hits in this game. Here's Butler. Good first move, then turns it upfield. Shane Ray with the tackle on the play. Back to Butler again. Straight up the middle, almost to midfield. 1st down Lions. Sean White's long on the season. 43, Mazzoli wants to throw here. Wide open. Jackson's got it inside the 50. And down to the 48 with 44 on the clock. 2nd and 2. Butler diving ahead. That's a 1st down for the Lions. Need to go to him. He's hit 18 in a row. Mazzoli, flag, deep shot, hauled in down to the end zone. Touchdown BC, but I think it's coming back. I think it was actually McInnes who got the touchdown.
Offside.
That jumped.
Number 18. 5-yard penalty.
It was.
Remains 1st down.
So there's down at the bottom is Justin McInnes. See ahead of the snap? Yep.
To be called. His only throw here gets it away quickly. Eberhardt for the first time today. Back down. down inside the 40 with 22 seconds left on the clock. Second and 2.
Or hand it off.
Hand it off to Butler. And Butler will take it down inside the 30 with 16 seconds on the clock. 3 to the right, 3 to the left for Mazzoli. Clock ticks. Mazzoli with some time, far side. Oh my goodness, on the far side of the field, it's taken away. All the way back down, it's Campbell. He'll take it to the 20. What a swing. To the end zone. Touchdown, Riders. 87-yard pick six. Devon Campbell gets it done.
When you get one, they come in bunches. One last week for Devon Campbell. He got his first of the season, and this is jumping the out. The timing a little late to Keon Hatcher. From Jeremiah Mazzoli, and goodbye. Devon Campbell is gone. Little late on the throw, and Campbell is gone. See ya.
Nobody was catching him. As Campbell took it back almost 90 yards to the house. They'll officially say it was an 89-yard return at the end of the half. What a swing. Riders are up 16-7. To 4-0, have a 16-7 lead at the half. Turnovers, obviously an issue for BC. James Butler's been good, though, and he's standing by with our Brent Tor.
As well.
With a low driving kick. Alford's going to watch it, take it on a single bounce. And Mario Alford back to the 40. Jake Mayer. Now A.J. Ouellette pushing it ahead. First touch of the half. Game at left guard here as well in place of Trevon Tate. Something to maybe get an update on as there's Jake Mayer. Quick release up to midfield. And a first down for the Riders. First and 10 midfield. A.J. Ouellette again. Can he find a hole? Stiff arm, but can't get away. And he's taken down. Managed to get around some pressure early on there from Ronald Kent Jr. Second and 7 for Mayer, the Riders offense. Lions only send 4. Jake gets it away over the middle. That is caught. Looking for the first down. Going to be stopped just short. Robustelli with his second catch.
D-Train again with the tackle there.
Now, horse collar tackle.
It is.
BC. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
I'm not sure. I don't think Corey Mace challenged this. So this
he did.
This was a call on a major penalty.
On BC number 9.
I mean, it fits the definition of the rule, which is, you know, any time you're behind on the shoulder pads, the guy you're tackling doesn't have to go backwards.
Now down to the BC 32. A.J. Ouellette again. And look at the secondary push here. Takes it all the way down to the BC 25. That is a hard 7 yards. Riders, and we'll see if they can put points on the board because of that. Bertrand Hudon pushing ahead. Look at those feet. Kept going. Close to a first down.
Well, now they're rotating.
They're going to bring 5 this time. Mayer out into the flats. That is caught, tackled immediately by Williams. Duncan Busby's first catch of the ball game. Maybe the end zone here, who knows? Mayer dumps it over. A.J. Ouellette's got it, has a blocker. Couldn't get away. Good tackle made on the play by Alway. He'll have to. Ouellette's trying to find some space. Nothing opens up this time. Short pickup. Second and 8 for Mayer. Back to A.J. Ouellette again. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown Riders! A big day for A.J. Ouellette. And now he's got a major.
When Deontay Williams moves out to halfback for the BC Lions, they brought in the rookie from Purdue and Tyler Coyle. Coyle had that. Here's Coyle at the bottom right of your screen. He has a chance, but he takes an angle that is outrun by A.J. Ouellette. That was the only opportunity for the Lions to make that play in the backfield, hold the Riders to a field goal.
Ouellette directly in behind Jake Mayer. They fake it. Mayer on the run to his right, looking for somebody back in the end zone. No. Well, BC's going to have to find a way to get their offense going here. Butler's been the only effective bright spot of it so far. Brooks on the return, takes it out beyond the 30. 7 yards, a touchdown and interception. Out into the flat to Jackson. Jackson gets a couple of blocks, steps out of bounds. Cube, goodbye. The left field, the backfield for Mazzoli here.
Oh, what happened?
And I'm not sure if that just slipped out of his hand or what happened, because that came out basically thrown directly down.
That shot of Chase Bryce on the sideline is kind of what probably BC. He just tried to hold off and let it go.
Pulled the trigger back, but the bullet still left. It fell incomplete. Here's Alford, takes it after a 63-yard kick. Near sideline, gets out of harm's way.
Him.
Drive starts on the 30. A.J. Ouellette again, right up the middle. Almost got it all. Back a corner, so that helps a bit. Tommy Stevens in. Short yardage, got it. Back to him again. Tried to spin that one up beyond the 40. Back to the line of scrimmage, really no further here. 2nd and 11 for Jake Mayer. Lions are going to bring some pressure. Mayer's in trouble, gets it away. And incomplete per punt this season. That one's going to force Brooks.
Wow.
Back, bounces over his head and all the way into the end zone. And Brooks will take a knee. Haven't got to the second season yet, but I definitely will. All right, here's Mazzoli. They'll get him out on the run here to the right, down the field. And he's got Everhart, who will then turn it ahead before getting crushed by Campbell. Mazzoli wanting to throw again. Pressure, dumps it over the middle. Butler couldn't get there. It carries on 92 yards in the first half for Butler. They haven't given him the ball on the ground yet. They'll get it to him through the air here in the second half. Made a nice move, pushing it ahead. And James Butler, the playmaker, 15 and a first down.
Up into that danger area.
Mazzoli wide open just inside the 20. And that is Everhart, who leads this team in receiving yards so far tonight.
Sure.
1st and 10 from the Rider 15. Mazzoli again drops it in inside the 5, back to Everhart. He's tied up and eventually they'll blow it down. 1st and goal from the 3. Butler trying to push through, gets it down to the 1-yard line. That's where he stopped. Trying to finish this drive. Flags on the play.
Procedure.
And it's blown down.
Procedure. BC number 64.
That just looks so nonchalant. It's just not quite organized, not sure, and the early movement, and look at that. From the 1-yard line to the 6.
Receivers out to the left, including McInnes. Mazzoli looks in that direction. To the corner! No, incomplete! It was McInnes that he was looking for. To play.
2 possessions.
Chip shot for the most accurate kicker in the history of the league. Play of the 3rd quarter here for Jake Mayer. Wants to throw, he does. Keyshawn Johnson goes and gets it. And that should be a first down for the Riders to end the 3rd quarter. BC Lions have lost 2 in a row. They trail here by 13, but maybe a glimmer of hope from Mazzoli on that last drive?
Well, he put together a nice drive, and Buck Pierce got him outside of the pocket.
Quarter. Saskatchewan leading 23-10. Mayer puts it in the hands of Johnson. Got turned around ever so slightly. 18 on 2nd down. Mayer looking to his left, locked in, throws it over there. It's over the head of Keyshawn Johnson. And out of Kansas State. Dressing here for the Lions today. He waits for this kick. That's a high one. That'll hang up there for a while. It's over his head and into the end zone And he will take a knee. And some bodies downfield. This time from the pocket. Deep shot. Hatcher trying to come back to it, and it is broken up. Played well there by Lacombo. Here's the little bit of pressure.
Defensive pass interference. The play will be reviewed.
All right, they're going to challenge for pass interference here.
Well, that's natural, and when that happens by a receiver, you grab that arm and pull him closer to you, which is what Lacombo's doing. Yeah, I don't see an issue with that. Possessions in the fourth quarter. I mean,
after review by the replay center, the ruling on the field stands. BC, by losing its challenge, has lost a timeout. It's second down.
2nd and 10. Mazzoli dumps it off to Butler. Butler had to turn around just to haul it in. It goes nowhere. They give him a catch. It'll be for a loss.
People miss. It's not off by much, but it's off.
5th 2 and out of the game for the Lions. 68-yard kick. Carl Myers having a heck of a game. 10 from the Rider 23. High snap. Mayer grabs it. Gives it to A.J. Ouellette. Takes contact. Doesn't matter. Pushes it ahead to the 37-yard pickup. Ouellette again. Trying to spin away. Got the spin around Alway. Puts him pretty close to a first down. Probably be about a yard shy, though. It's on the field here. 3rd and 1. Boy, if the Lions could get a stop here, it would be big. That's closer than I thought it was going to be. We'll see where this spot is. Bunched out to his right. Now they'll move in to protect. High snap. Back to Ouellette. Counters it back up the middle. And gets about 5 yards. 2nd and 4. Mayer looks to the left. Now over the middle. Back to the left. Keyshawn Johnson finds a little bit of space near sideline and eventually forced out of bounds by Guo Yu. Mayer throwing again. Gets this one away quickly. Out to the 45. Dante Myers.
Big reason for it.
Lions bring a bunch. Mayer down the field. Incompletes. Saw the heat. Decided to go deep over the middle. Didn't work. Has a couple of guys onside behind him and does throw a high one in the air. Taken cleanly at the 15. Trying to find a little bit of space here for Brooks, and he's got something cooking to the 40, 45, tracked down. But there's a flag anyway just inside the 30. Effective that last drive, 2 passes in the pocket, nothing cooking. That's over to the 15. That's Justin McInnes. That's just his 2nd catch of the ball game. 3 options out to his wide side right. They'll go to Butler. Butler's been outstanding today, and he's cooking here. Takes it out to the 30, and oh, did the Lions need that. That puts Butler well over 100 yards on the day.
But in space.
Mazzoli over the middle. That's deflected and intercepted by Milligan. That might be a dagger. Milligan's got it. Back to the 30. Can he get a block or two? Near side. Stays on his feet. They'll take it down inside the 15, and the crowd at Mosaic comes alive.
That happened again. Roland Milligan gets number 2 on the season. And Lacombo trips and goes low on the receiver, Jermaine Jackson, cross in the middle on that post.
A.J. Allen with the deflection puts it into the hands of Milligan. Watch 32 in green and white there.
Good drop. And all that. He might.
A.J. Ouellette again. Down inside the 10. Will not be stopped. They're going to keep pushing and moving the pile inside the 5.
That's a good old-fashioned rugby scrum.
A bit better. Back to him again. Hesitated a little bit, waiting for something to open. It did not. That's his longest kick of the year. He had that earlier. This just 11. Up and through. And on top of those, 10 points off turnovers today as well. interception. Mazzoli didn't learn his lesson. That's taken away by Brooks. And he takes it back inside the 30. Unbelievable.
Jeremiah Mazzoli in trouble. We just showed you the game changer before the half. A little late on that and not looking over there to check where the coverage was. Good catch. Antoine Brooks.
First interception of his career.
Got a basketball.
Bringing a ball from a different sport. I'm very intrigued by it. No issue, but curious.
That I'm sure, you know, Buck Pierce thought, you know, let's leave him in. He's the veteran guy.
Jake Mayer. Touchdown. Give it to him. Duncan Busby, a 42-yard strike to get to the end zone. And he's got a TD for the Riders.
Jake Mayer brings in extra protection. He's got A.J. Ouellette as one. He's always there to protect. But he'll bring in Keyshawn Johnson as well. There's Keyshawn. He's going to help out with protection. A.J. Ouellette to his left, looking for any blitz, giving his quarterback time. He picks up a little inside pressure. And Duncan Busby in behind coverage. Makes the catch.
First career touchdown for Duncan Busby. He's from Vancouver. He's a Vancouver kid. And he gets it against the Lions.
And was in that 24 draft we showed you earlier.
17 points off turnovers.
Quite the throw.
Party is on in Regina on a Saturday night. And questions for the Lions.
Now Nathan Moore was close.
Back to Butler. The lone bright spot offensively today for the Lions.
Chase Bryce, first 3 years at Clemson. Good friends with Trevor Lawrence.
Things are getting nasty here now. There is a flag that came at the end of the play, and then a few more guys decided to pile on, and officials just now trying to get it broken up. They're going to have to take a little while to sort this out, I think.
Misconduct penalties by both teams. A 10-yard misconduct penalty against Saskatchewan number 5. Unnecessary roughness misconduct against Saskatchewan number 4. Unnecessary Saskatchewan number 42 misconduct. And BC number 57 misconduct 15 yards. The net is 25 yards. That way, first down.
He got it.
It's night and day different.
He started 4-0 last year, too, though, as a
he did.
Coach.
He did.
Good catch by Hatcher.
But I'm just talking about when he comes in that second year and he has a training camp.
Bork spent some time with Lawrence in the NFL. Bryce almost picked 2. Tried to go back to Hatcher, and that was almost taken away by Sales. His nickname, Big Country. I remember the original Big Country. Reeves. Yeah. Ryan Reeves was a beauty, man. There's a pass complete to Jackson. Flag back by the quarterback.
Major foul roughing the passer, Saskatchewan number 11. Full 15 yards at the end of the play, and it's first down.
Malik Carney roughing the passer. Saw him go and give, what do they call it, dapping him up a little bit. Bryce after this hit. Bryce tries to put them into the end zone here. Far side, and that is caught. Low ball, but Katoy's got it. Yep. Handed off. Butler looking for the end zone, and he's got it for the Lions. Pushes the total in the game up to 50 with 2:09 remaining in this one.
Well, there's been the best player for the BC Lions on offense tonight. James Butler, 13 carries, 109 yards.
It's almost like he deserved one, Suits?
Yeah.
You know, like with the way he's played tonight. 2 points for some of you watching here, I think. Back to Butler. He's got the end zone. And it's 34-18.
Brown, get the big bounce.
Let's see what he's got in store for us here. He's going to hang that one out there. That is up. Keyshawn Johnson climbed a ladder to bring that thing down, didn't he? 37 yards, stands in behind him. Stevens on the keeper, trying to break free, could not do it though. Jump on his back in the football. Most of the time, the team that does that is going to win. Here's Stevens again, and Tommy Stevens puts the shoulder down, and he's close to a first down.
He was catching him at about 5 or 6, and yeah, you still got to make those tackles. But
got credit for that last tackle too, so he's at 11. Here's Tommy Stevens again, and Stevens takes it down inside the 25. This time, A.J. Oletz. Short pickup.
but we'll be back in their next game.
Stevens again. 5-yard attempt for Lothar. And he's got a 5-for-5 game coming in to this game. He was just 4 of 8. Tacks on a 5-for-5 evening. Do it here tonight. Kicked away one more time. Taken at the 10. Clock ticks down as pushing ahead on the play. That'll be the last we'll see of Brooks tonight. Yeah, that's true.
They brought in Rock Armstrong.
Armstead, he had that 200-yard game
Rock
there
Armstead.
last year.
And and he had one game, but yeah, I would say they're a more rounded team right now.
Best 3-game stretch of that man's career. A.J. Olet with his 3rd career 100-yard rushing game goes for 139 and a touchdown. Jake Mayer victorious in his first start for the Riders. Did what he needed to do.